bean selection, we chose Brazilian beans as we were drawn to their nutty notes and full-bodied identity to the coffee they produce. For our brewing method, we landed on the French press after running several trials, which consistently gave us our best results. We started by roasting the beans at a 7:7:6 ratio until we reached a medium dark color. We chose this ratio because it strikes a rich balance of flavor and body with a strong pronounced aroma. The roasting process used 0.17 kilowatts of energy. Next, we prepared the water. We boiled approximately 1.4 liters, enough to cover all 3 presses with room to spare, bringing it to 100 degrees Celsius and keeping it at temperature while we got everything else ready. Then came to the grind. To fill each press with 20.6 grams of beans, we needed to grind a total of 61.8 grams. Notably, we went with a coarser grind size of 15 rather than our usual 18 to 20. One of the main challenges we encountered along the way was managing sediment buildup at the bottom of the brew, but we figured this was the most logical course of action to prevent it. Once the beans were grounded, we portioned out approximately 20.6 grams per press using a scale.
With the beans measured out, we loaded each French press and added 315 to 320 grams of water. We lightly depressed the plunger into the water to begin the steep, then let it brew for 4 minutes. While we waited, we used the time to weigh our carful and run our deficient mass and energy penalty calculations, which came out to be 199.7 grams of deficient mass and 0.9985 kilowatt energy penalty. Once the brew's finished, we carefully poured each press into the carful. This is where our sediment management appears again. We made a deliberate choice not to pour out the final drops of each press. Through our testings, we found that the last pour carries the most sediment, so leaving it behind was the simple and most effective way to keep the final brew clean. Once the appropriate amount of coffee was poured into the carfuls, we acquired a small sample cup and measured the TDS, which came out to be 0.85. And our potential energy calculations came out to be 9.94%.
Our brew sat at a midpoint between bold and sour. It inherited the initial sour-tinted kick we'd become used to brewing, with hints of a basic and bitter earthy aftertaste. The aroma was full and strong, almost savory in a way that felt more like a meal. In a future competition, using less water would assist us in creating a richer, more soulful brew. We felt through the trials that body was what we lacked, as well as sediment management. Experimenting further with the amount of water and, furthermore, the amount of beans used would have allowed us to refine the brew to shop-like standards.